dear. Oh no, my decorations aren't sized properly. One moment. I gotta fix them. You'll see. You'll all see. Now they're beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful decorations. Okay, now we're back to the Asura that chat built. Let's go, Candy. I see you got first. Welcome in, Val. Oh. A Russian robot, of course. Ah, the bird app is no longer a bird app, but we dead name it anyway in this house. Alright. I don't have much left to do. Complete 10 events? Yeah, we'll get that sorted out immediately. Also, you can probably hear my phone making noise. It's gonna do that because the business factory will still sometimes need me. They needed me last night at midnight. So yeah, don't worry about that. If you hear the spooky sounds of Halloween, I may have to disappear very quickly. I see you in your hydrate. Hydrate! We are hydrated. And big stretch. Big stretch. Oh. Oh. Also, I have been informed by one of my guild members, one of my guild mates, if you will, that they have sent me a secret message. Secret mail for my stream, so I waited. Aww. I already have the Bellkeeper staff, so somebody out there is getting a Bellkeeper staff. Where is it? It's in my inventory. Guess what? Guess what, Val? You're getting a stick. Super B-Dog. There you go. You got a fancy stick. That fancy stick comes from Cantha. It comes all the way from the 3rd X-Pack. Wait. Yes, the 3rd X-Pack. I can count. It's a very fancy stick. Am I a class? I am a class that can use one. I'll show you what it looks like, because I have the skin. Let me just take that off for a second. And the reason I'm doing it this way instead of going to a bank is because you can change these for free. Because it's legendary. That's the Bellkeeper staff, and the bell jingles. And the little tassels. I really like it. I like it. It's got a nice shade of blue and gold. There we go. You cannot dye the stabs. The weapons don't die yet. Someday. What happens instead with the weapons... You know what? I'm gonna go get her a relic, actually. Excuse me a moment. I'll show you up here. What happens with the weapons is they are the color that they are, but usually there's a weapon that has a slightly different name that's different colors. That was how the old game... Like, how they did things at the very back of the game. Beginning of the game. I don't know why I said back, as if, like... As if the past could be described in this way. It's easiest to see with the Super Adventure Box stuff. Adventure. No. Oh, that's armor skins anyway, that's why. There we go. Ooh. Oh, right, King Toad. There we go. So, King Toad's sword is green and funky looking. Oh, welcome in! Thanks for the raid! Hi, Necro! How did surviving the Empires go? Whereas, Storm Wizard... The Storm Wizard weapons are the same weapon, but, like, yellow and stuff. And there's an orange variant and all the rest. So usually if you have a weapon that you like, you can find something that's sort of close-ish. Hi! Hi, Miss Char! And welcome, Raiders! Some things like the magical set, that's just the color that they are, because they were designed to go with an outfit, which was designed to have particular colors. But, not being able to dye weapons is one of the things that people are saddest about. Actually, I was up there for a reason. I was up there for a reason, and that reason was to go get myself my relics. I think I have a container in there of relics. Whoops. Oh, you're right. I do need to do that. That's the important thing here. Yeah! For those of you who don't know, Necro is a friend of mine who helped me get started in streaming. 10 out of 10. He streams horror games, indie stuff, and lately has been doing a Pokemon Infinite Fusion, I do believe, at least a little bit. And was just streaming Vampire Survivor. I know, because I was over there. It is the spooky month, so it is a perfect time to go and visit Necromage TV. The great and terrible Necromage is great for that sort of thing. Alright. I was up here for a relic container. Relic. No, wrong search function. Relic. Dang it! Did I just destroy it or something? Like, what did I do with it? Oh well. I guess we'll live. Zooming. Alright, now we'll actually get on this story business. Oh, right. Where was I headed to next? Oh, yes. We're on to the next map. We're going to Malcor's Leap. Malcor's Leap is so called because, well... You'll see. The minute you hear a man yell, Dwayna! In abject despair, you'll know you're there. He's a ghost man, so don't worry about that. He's fine. He's definitely fine. It's normal. Normal Orion shenanigans. For those of you that have never been here before, this is Ore. Ore used to be sitting at the bottom of the sea because it was sunk during something called the Cataclysm in Guild Wars 1. Now that it is Guild Wars 2, Ore is up here, and the reason that Ore is up here is because it landed on top of a dragon, and having a whole continent drop on your head is a bit of a good wake-up call. It's a nice alarm clock, works real well. So Zaitan was like, ouch! And then rolled out of bed, lifted the entire continent back up, and everyone in it is Zaitan's undead thrall. This is Ore. Ore used to be significantly harder because you had to run around. You couldn't just fly over everything like I'm doing. And it used to have something like 3 times the number of zombies for you to have to sort out, because they made it, on purpose, extremely difficult. This part of the game was added after the game launched. As people started to get better, they added sort of the conclusion to the personal story. It was very difficult. It felt like going to war, which is what it should feel like. And it felt like a slog, which again is what it should feel like. This is not intended to feel triumphant. This is intended to feel like this is a matter of course. We have to go and we have to stop the undead dragon, because if we don't, then we might as well just roll over and die now. Which is sort of what this first campaign feels like. It feels very oppressive. I'm not communicating that very well in this particular playthrough because I insist on using my mounts. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Specifically what we're doing here is going to kill the mouth of Zaitan so it can't eat anything anymore. This is Hekja. We've hung out with Hekja a little bit. She helped us try to rescue that nice Norn lady that we trapped in a crate place and got Zaitaned. She's also the one who called for the death of that. Agent 3 is great. Snarl and Galena are also a delight. We'll see 3 later in Heart of Thorns, which is the first X-Pack. Just be excited for her to be yelling, "We got him!" My favorite thing. Anyway, yeah, we've seen Hekja before because of we picked the Priory and because of the Greatest Fear that we picked. When we originally played through this story, I picked this. Winter's Day is the equivalent to Christmas in this game. So this is one of those examples of this game has a lot of interconnected things. They use a lot of NPCs that you see over and over again. Snarl and Galena we'll see again later. Like, they have a life going on outside of this. So, like, that means that you don't get... Not everybody is going to be, like, just a random Whispers Agent or Vigil Crusader. Named characters show up again. I love that Risen Chicken. Sorry, Risen Chicken. Whee! Come back here! Come back here, bulls! It's like they know. They know what I am. Someone who's gonna chill them to death. Hi, that is a very resilient chicken, but it's dead now. Delicious chicken. What did you do in tech today? Was it Bother the Bird app? That is how the Blood Legion does it. Snarl, were you Iron Legion or Ash? I think he's Iron. I can't remember offhand. We see them in Char Personal Story, and I can't remember if Snarl's Iron or Ash Legion. Gotta turn in my Guild Wars 2 card! I'm glad you had fun. Alright, let's go. Off we go. To adventure! Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. Oh, wait, I think he is Iron Legion. Anyway, this ain't right. These people look alive. This is obviously wrong. Ha! That human female hair is the hair that one of my friends wears on his necromancer. She's great. Alright. Time to try to go through the door. Surely nothing bad will happen about this. Oh no! So the Serrated Blade is a point of interest in the Black Citadel, which is the Char capital. It is also the place to go if you RP as a Char. If you're a role player, you are going to spend a lot of time there. And you are going to see a lot of other people there. It's the place to be. Or it used to be. I don't know if it still is. I'm not on Tarnished Coast. TC used to be known as, like, the RP place. Server. Annoying the band director. Delightful. She ain't right. Surely everything is normal and fine. Yep, that's why we've got all these unnamed people with us. Just to be killed. Red shirt says you do. Ooh, I would... Ooh, challenge to a sword fight is the best. We used to have foam swords in gym class just for that. Whoa, I should not stand in the AoE damaging field. That's probably a poor choice. Yep. I may be a necromancer, but I'm not invincible. Completely invincible. I'm just very, very strong. I love the don't die button that I have to press sometimes. Second health bar. This is what you get. This is what everyone gets when they come into my range. Destroyed. Yep, we can. This is the door. Let's go. I love his little jester friend. That hat's a real hat you can have. It does take away your hair, and that's unfortunate. Rise! Alright, there we go. Give him the blinks, Blinky! That's right! I may be an Asura, but feel Grenth's icy embrace. Anyway, that's the end of Hekja, and that feels real sad. She's not the only person we're gonna meet here who has to die about it. Let's go! Adventure! Oh, we wouldn't do that. Oh, there we go. Lol. Prop swords are dangerous, but they're probably not... Well, I say that. Prop swords can in fact. Ooh, I have to dodge 3 enemies. I'm gonna dodge an attack, y'all. I come down here and dodge. Right! I remember this guy. Okay, here you go, buddy. Give him the blinks, Blinky! So, what we're supposed to do is throw rocks at him to break his break bar. What I'm gonna do is probably just break it in the traditional fashion. Give him the... Get him! Get him! Fleshy, no! Anyway, welcome to Power Creep. Please enjoy your stay. This boss used to be incredibly difficult. It's almost like something happened. Some kind of power just crept right up. Ah! Shoot. I didn't realize that was not going. It's not on. Blah. I want my stability. Boo. All this confusion. That's right. Suffer. Get him. Okay. Give him the blinks, Blinky. We're gonna do a little bit of shenanigans. Rise! Oh, he's gonna eat something. That's unfortunate. I said... Yep. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, I'm thankful for the NPCs helping me out, actually. It means I can pull this stunt. So what you're supposed to do is break his brake bar, and then you're supposed to go in, wail on him a little bit, and he gets his brake bar back with his I sustain Zytan, and Zytan makes me strong, etc. And then you repeat that process with these rocks that are laying around. That's not what we do! Oh, you found the gendered clothing. Very nice. Oh yeah, that tracks. Do 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 do. We're leaving the house because the house is collapsing. We did this. Well, I was about to make fun of the NPCs for not knowing how to dodge, but turns out I also don't know. Oh no, the door! It's shut! We're gonna collect our dailies while we wait for the NPCs to catch up to me. Hello, NPCs? Hello? Explosions! Yes! Get it, Galena! Galena's great. She can stay. And then the place exploded! Oh, nice! Good! We did. I will tell you all right now that Zytan is technically the youngest of the Elder Dragons. He's baby. Pudding! Ah, pudding is so good. Oh, that made me miss Puddin'. I had a cat named Puddin'. She's been gone from us since October of last year. She's very cute. Was very cute. Couldn't walk right. She had splayed legs at the front. She had a smushed face. Couldn't breathe proper. But she was a very sweet little tortoise shell. Puddin'! We would greet her anytime we saw her stupid little face and heard her stupid little beeps, because she couldn't meow right neither. We would greet her by going, Puddin'! And she would sit there and look at you, because she couldn't meow right, and her purrs were gross and wet. But she knew you were talking about her. Aw, she was very cute. I'll put pictures in the Discord if I can find some of her. She was precious. Alright, let's run up to this and get its thingamajig here. Where are we going? Right, we're going back to tell Traherne that we did what we said we'd do. One moment while I make sure I've got a waypoint on this map. Good! Good. Don't want to have to come back for it. So we're going back to tell the Alpha Cabbage what we've done. I love the Alpha Cabbage. Yes, Puddin' has no G on her name. She came that way. Like, from the SPCA. No G on that name. The jokes were many, but I joked that she couldn't afford it. She was too poor. Oh, right. Alright, let's go tell Traherne what we did. Because I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. Alright, there's Winnet again. Hi, Traherne! Yep, too poor for the G. She couldn't afford it. But it's great. Yeah. Okay, we're going to the ossuary because I'm not doing the ship again. I did the ship more than once. We're gonna go to the ossuary this time, and Traherne's gonna tell us all about how people in the olden days used to mourn their dead. No one. It's underwater. It's frustrating. It's not well telegraphed where you're supposed to go. There we go. I was using Charm on Cottony because she's pink and Charm is pink. We're not doing the boat. We're going to the ossuary. He's very excited to come with us. So I will tell you what I didn't mouse over there. Traherne's excited to come with us because he's studied ore for basically ever, and he knows what's going on. Like, he knows the place. So he's out here like, yeah, we're gonna go see a thing, and it's definitely important that we both be there because I know where we're going, and, you're gonna be there to do all the murder, and also, like, I've never been to this particular place before, and it's gonna be really exciting to study it up close, and I'm a huge nerd! And that's why we're going. That's why he's going with us. Oh, hey, a packed supply scout, a network agent. Those guys are important for some other stuff. They sell, hard-to-get recipes and, packed, scouting supplies. So, when you mouse over the title of a map, you'll see map bonuses, which are these materials that you see. Armored scale, pile of essence, etc. Those bonuses are given to you every time you complete X number of events or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly the cadence they're given to you. But the more time you spend on a map doing things, doing events, the more of those you get. If you use a packed scout mapping supply, you get progress towards that without having to do anything on the map, which can be really, really useful if you are on a map that has a really good thing as its bonus. Most people use it for powerful blood. Whatever map has a bunch of powerful blood in its rotation. And it's a decently quick way to get map rewards and stuff. Ooh, I saw that. Let me get this waypoint first. That little distortion in the sky is for my sky scale to follow. Now, I saw it. Where'd it go? There it is. We're gonna go see where this takes us. Oh! Let's go! I think it'll give me... Oh, no, it's giving me volatile magic. Sweet. Anyway, this is something that was added in when the sky scales were, give or take around then. And it's... I consider it sort of like an interactive vista. Where you get taken on a mighty adventure. To go see things that you might not have been able to see before. This, for instance, is the ossuary we're going to. And these are these little sparkles that put gold everywhere. Or used to be almost completely gilded because of those. It's less that now. That's a statue of Lissa. Oh, I better go get her waypoint too. As you can see, Lys is the twin gods, Lys and Ilya. You can see there's two nice ladies standing up here. They're difficult to see in all that gold, but I promise there are. She's associated with water and mirrors and stuff like that. Ah, exactly. You cracked the code, Val. And yes, all the bishops need therapy. That's true. We'll see more of that tomorrow, though. Zoom in. Alright, I got places to be, and those places are primarily wherever my story marker's gotten off to, which is a little way away from here, because we have to walk up the stairs to get up here, in the story section. Excuse me? Hello? Hello? Was that a spark? It was! Rude! Rude, Spark! Rude! I'm gonna duck off to the side and grab that waypoint too. That waypoint is, I believe, the village of Ren. The reason I'm doing that is because in ore, the temples often become contested. And, yeah. And if the temples become contested, you can't travel to their waypoints. Can't travel to a waypoint that isn't safe. Won't let you. This game makes it impossible to fail the super jump quiz. Ooh. I mean, Deathless is my usual response to that. I hate that Death Defy is sacrificing a follower. That makes me sad. But I kind of love that that's what it is, because you can just resurrect them later. Anyway. Zooming. Yes. Turn. 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 We know why you're joining the team. It's because you're a huge nerd. Alright, let's go. I will say that from here on out, I'm pretty much always going to do the ossuary because I hate the boat. I hate it so much. If you want to go see the boat, come look at me play a Sylvari on YouTube. And you can see the boat. I do not care for it. Yeah, let's go. Oh, wait, I'm... Why am I doing no damage? Because I'm using the wrong weapons. That's why. That's what it is. Chicken! Bonk. What mini am I using right now? Am I using a mini at all right now? Surely I must be. I wouldn't forget that, right? Guys, I haven't forgotten to use a mini this entire time, have I? Fishing skiffs. No, it's under miniatures. I forgot to do her novelties too. Oh, I'm a monster. What's the pinkest mini I own? We're in the middle of war, and I'm just casually, like, wandering through here being like, what can I put on? That's not the pinkest mini I own. It's probably the pink Moa. Never mind, we figured it out. We figured it out. Alright. And I forgot to do her novelties because I'm a monster, I guess. Tea time chair. Lets you have tea. I gotta show off the Dusk boombox. Proof of my power and all that. Choi is cuter. How to dance? No, endless friendship tonic. And... Princess doll! I did tell you I'd show you them. This is what a princess doll looks like. You can also have minis of them. They're almost as tall as an Asura. You'll see more of these at Winter's Day because that's when we have to have fun with them. This is Mini Princess Mia from Super Adventure Box. Don't ask. We don't ask. Anyway. I'm gonna put the Quaggan back on. I love the Super Ooze as well, but I'm gonna put the Quaggan back on. I love Powulpi, the Persnicatus. She's great. Alright, let's go. Now that I've fixed that problem. Can't believe I didn't have a mini going. I'm not in World versus World. What am I thinking? Yeah, I finished my novelties. Endless Friendship Tonic makes hearts show up all around you. It's, technically something that people used to do with, harpy pheromones, which would make that effect happen to you, so you knew it was on you. It's a little bit broken on Asura. It's supposed to be up here somewhere, so that the heart popping is above your head, but yeah, it still kind of works. Alright, Trahern's gotta tell us the story of war. Clear the temple platform. Oh yeah, we're going in the middle. Alright. Fun! Who got the let it die part? They are. Risen Surgeon. I'm gonna mess up their incomplete abomination. He's looking pretty complete, fellas. He's still got the abilities he gets. Yeah, he's got just so much. Alright, so Traherne's gonna cast a fun ritual to show us how humans interred their dead in ore in those days. That's a priestess of Lissa. Let's get a good look at her. She looks like a Guild Wars 1 character, straight up. Which makes me happy. Ghostly Mourner! Anyway, now we just follow the priestess, as I recall. And in like 6 years, we'll get to the outer platform. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. We're going out here. Now, normally you would avoid these vets. These risen knights just float around doing nothing. Sometimes I kill them because I feel like it. It's not worth it. I will tell you right now, it's not worth it. Back in the old days, those would have just been impossible. Oh yeah, no, I'm not a thief. I did that thing again. I do this thing sometimes where I forget what class I am because I play several. Of course your theater classes are full of silly things. Theater classes are great. I mean, that depends on what you want to do. If you really enjoy tech, and you're still going to find time to draw on your own and learn drawing and art skills and stuff outside of your art classroom, then there is some validity in swapping it out. Where are we going, Traherne? Traherne? Do your wizard thing, Traherne. There you go. On the other hand, like, if your art class is the kind that goes over different art forms and lets you, like, try out sculpting and plaster Paris and, like, paper mache and, I don't know, crochet or whatever, etc., and provides the materials to do that, then, like, art class is the way to go. Don't worry about making teachers feel bad and stuff. You won't be the first person to swap out of a class, and you won't be the last person to swap out of a class. A good teacher is going to be like, well, I'm glad you found the thing that you like doing. Because a good teacher is invested in their students', you know, continued progress. And a bunch of other stuff like that. Is it invincible? No. Blocks, reflects projectile, lava font. Yeah, I hate that. Of course. I should be able to get around it anyway. The NPCs better not be fighting. The NPCs are fighting that. NPCs, what are you doing? It can fly. Come down here. Rise! Time to get grave-diggered, sir! That's right, we spin to win. Yeah. Ah. You just waltz into class. Long time no see. How was last period? Are they doing it? NPCs, you're so brave. You're so very brave. This would have been a death sentence back in the day. Get him, Blinky! Give him the blinks! Good work, Blinky! Yay, Blinky! Well done! Blinky's such a good minion. Such a good boy. Here, Fleshy, you're gonna help me out. Come on, Fleshy! Rise! Get him! Get him! Whee! There we go. Alright, Terharian, cast your wizard magic. Ah. And then she doesn't. Yeah. So they go through the stages of grief. First is anger, then bargaining, and then following this lady to her next destination, which is over here. As you may have guessed. Unless she's going back to the middle or something. Oh, which one of you gets to go back to the middle? I forget. Oh, yeah, no, it's over here. Oh, no gliding. No gliders. So first we do anger, then we do bargaining. Then we go over to this platform and wonder why we have to run all the way around this thing. Yeah, this is normally where the Pact sets up shop when they win. That's why that's there. Alright. Rise! There we go. Give him the blinks! Give him the blinks, Blinky! What a good boy. He's such a good boy. Oh, yep, she's below 50% health, so we spin to win. Two, my second skill here, Gravedigger, does not have a cooldown if an enemy is below 50% health. It's great. That means I can just spam it. And it does a decent number of damage, which is nice. And now we move on to acceptance. We skip the two middle bits. We don't be depressions. That ghost has Evie's hair. Evie is my main character, so anytime I see bits of her on other characters, I get excited. Alright, now, back to the central platform, which is where we're going. Zaitan's probably gonna already be there and be like, "Fool! I knew you would be here!" Gonna... Alright, zooming. Risen Eagles, you can just leave, fellas. I don't even care. Don't care. We're going to the center platform. That's where it told me to go. I hate Risen Eagles. Hate them all. We're gonna kill all the birds in ore. Every undead bird in ore is going down. Where else are they? Are there any more? No, we're fine. Traherne, I love that you yell stuff like that. He's so good. This man's dangerous. Don't let it fool you. This man was wielding a greatsword before he was allowed to wield a greatsword. Necromancers did not wield greatswords until Reaper came along. This was all so that we could find this hidden door. This was literally all so we could find a door that we didn't know was there. Alright, we're following the arrows. I tried to glide. I feel it's important that you all know that. I tried my very best to glide. Nope, nope, we don't get in the way of the vets. Oh, I guess we do get in the way of the vets. Okay. Alright. Is this the door? Is this the bus for us? Alright. Rise! Yeah! We got her! Alright. Now we're getting this blah blah blah. It's very difficult to say words today, apparently. Alright, now we're gonna get in under the ossuary. We're gonna fight our way down. We don't have to, but we're gonna do it this way. Once we're done here, I'm gonna go through some of that loot. I say that. I'm probably gonna go through loot when I'm done. Like, done story at all. I don't think I stopped once to open that stuff up. Whoops! Exactly! I will say, I read that as words are yard. And was like, I mean, a lot of them are outside. That is not at all. And then my brain caught up to the rest of me and went, oh yeah, no, obviously that would be pronounced like an H. It's a letter J. The reason I'd pronounce it Y is because I'm used to Germanic languages instead, where that's how that is. Alright, critters. I will fight every one of you on the way down so that the NPCs don't get confused. I lied. I'm leaving. They can catch up when they catch up. Okay, never mind. I have places to be. Oh, they have faces. I did not know this. I did not know this. I do not like that. Aw, don't tell me I need to actually babysit the NPCs down here. I didn't want to. No, I do. Boo! Well, at least everything's in one convenient spot. Alright, everybody. Into the meat grinder. The meat grinder's me. That's why I have a giant blade. Whee! Everybody dies! Like you. You also need to go. See ya! Oh, whoops, there was still this woman down there. Here you go, little buddy. Alright, Traherne, get up. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, everybody resurrected. That's nice. These. Okay, I'm already on it, sir. They couldn't be destroyed previously. They weren't indirectable because Traherne wasn't down here. We had to have Traherne come in and tell us what we need to do. Do 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 do. We're gonna kill those eventually. We don't have to do anything yet. There we go. Oh, this sacred place. Oh no. So he's not entirely wrong. The human gods are no longer in Tyria. I will say that. Or at least not in the capacity that they used to be. And especially not in the capacity that they were when Or was still in its heyday. Yeah. There we go. Well, I hope you'll have fun tomorrow. I'm having fun tonight. Today I was very busy. And not in a fun kind of way. So I'm glad I streamed tonight. Let's go, Traherne. All right. It doesn't matter. Well, first we leave, probably go back to Fort Trinity, and then come back here again. That feels like what we would do. Oh, never mind. All right, that's helpful. That's so helpful. Oh, I know where we're going. There is a camp over here that's partially underwater. We're going there. To push further into Ore. It is spooky month.
We've established a perimeter and we're shoring up the cavern's defenses. After your recent victory, Zaitan's forces have weakened. The dragon feels has grown closer.
Zaitan can feel fear as well as rage. Its time in Tyria is coming to an end.
Brave words. Now let's make them come true. Come with me. The other commanders are inside.
Okay. Da na 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 na. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. Everybody dies. And stays dead. It says follow Traherne, but what it means is get to the mark ahead of him. That passage. That's the seaway over there. We'll see more of it. We need a strategy. We're gonna do all of it. We're gonna do all this offensive. Alright, so here's the thing. We're gonna do one of these. We are gonna help with one of these. The other two things are still gonna happen. No, death will not have improved him. Death did not improve him. We're all in attack mode. Where's the danger at? There's the danger! Bang! Gravedigger! Y'all get put back in your homes. The grave. What are we talking about, Traherne? I wasn't paying attention because this is boring. Sometimes. Like, just Okay, so here's the thing about the old story. I've talked about it before. The old story liked to use these, like, mob fights as a way to, sort of pad the length of it, I guess? And challenge you. But it's very similar to just putting more HP on a boss. They get better about this. They get a lot better about this. As they get better at telling stories. Yeah, the NPCs have that covered. You'll see when we start doing LS2. That it gets better. And like by the first X pack, they're actually pretty decent at it. I legitimately cried actual tears at the end of the first X pack. It made me very sad. No, death not good. Death bad. Get out. Get out of my house. Rise. Oh my golly. Good thing I have my don't die juice. Undead Quaggin? No one would ever take Quaggin. They would. 100% would. Okay, let's get these people on their feet. I'm gonna use them as distractions. Let's go, Traherne! Oh. Let's get Rise out before it doesn't do as much damage anymore. Alright, Flesh Golem, get him! Get him, Fleshy! Get him! Get him! In the ground! Go team. We did it. Alright, so we can go and fight Zaitan's navy, find the missing squad, or take those tanks. We've done the missing squad. I will say that's where we see Kecht again. You remember Kecht from our Priory storyline. That's where he dies. He's the one who runs off and is like, "Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, we're being hunted by a scary, scary man." And then he gets himself killed. So I'm not going that way. We're going to the tanks. Because the tanks is really fun. Or at least I found it fun. And if I remember correctly, the tanks is where we see more of, the tanks is where we see more of the wives. The Sylvari wives. The ones we saw last stream, whose names escape me at the moment. Karis and... Well, I'll never remember. We'll just have to see if we get to see them. Oh, right. We're moving right along. Zooming. I think my next story beat is either Fort Trinity or it's... Oh, it's like right up here. Okay. That's a lot of whats, and I missed what it was in reference to. Oh, maybe I should grab this point of interest while I'm standing here. There we go. I could handle some drakes, but I wouldn't like to, so I'm gonna leave. I love Skyscale. It's the best mount. Walking? Oh, terrible. Worst idea. Fly everywhere. Fly all places. Every place. Allie! Oh, the best dog! Maybe that's Tactician Bjorn and Crusader Deborah and Allie, the best dog that ever was. Tegwin! Tegwin and Karis. Those are them. Aww. It's true. She would come with at all times. Allie's such a good dog. Look at this pupper. Look at this pupper. This is a good pupper. Anyway, this is a game where you can get a pet dog, a pet Basenji, or a pet Skyscale. And they learn tricks. Oh, this is not the way to go about that. I'd probably have to type /stuck if I went that way. That's a fern hound. Oh! Those are Sylvari things. They're very cute, though. They're so cute. When we did the Sylvari playthrough, I stopped to complete all the map completion, and one of the things that you do in the opening map for Sylvari is you go play with dogs to fill up a renown heart, and they're so cute. Oh my goodness, such precious puppers. Alright, there's Tegwin. Well, you don't have to.
Greetings, Commander. Welcome to the Pale Reaver Camp.
Yes, the Pale Reavers are great.
I notice you're all Sylvari. Because Sylvari are immune to the curse of undeath, given this dangerous mission.
That's true. They are, for some reason, that we didn't understand yet.
Ted and I have been to this part of war once before. My first nurse sent us here. It's horrible, but Becky lives here.
Their story is one that we could have done if we'd done one of a different Sylvari personal story than we did.
If you want us to move invisibly, the camp to the south is our backup.
Ha! I'm way ahead of you. Hydrate! And big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Oil. Ugh. We can take 2 giants. Where's your sense of fun? Absolutely sums up the way that Mince was doing one of the Orient dungeons with us. We went through a story path there because we had to for some reasons. And normally what you do is you go in and you avoid the giants. But because of power creep, you can go in and kill the giants. Let's go in hot. We're going to kill them. Also, the Pale Reavers, we'll see them again. They're great. Right, yeah, no, he just waltzed in and just set to murdering. And I thought I was bad for setting to murdering. I do love murdering, though. Source, I'm going in attack formation here to go do some murdering. Where are the murderables? No, none of you are murderables. I mean, you are, but you're not the murderables I'm looking for. Ouch! Rise! Come here, you. No, the one I'm actually trying to attack, thank you. That's an abomination. I'm not a mesmer! That is a mesmer skill, though. And it's a friendly one. Oh, boy. Okay, so that mesmer dome is called feedback. It reflects projectiles. It's great. 10 out of 10. Also, really hard to balance around. Once upon a time, Bloomhunger. Bloomhunger used to be a boss at the end of a fractal, and it still is. It still is. It's just it's very different than it used to be because it used to stand still right in the middle of the screen, and its biggest threat was that it put a whole lot of projectiles out. Now, the thing about a whole lot of projectiles is if they're coded as projectiles and reflectable, a single mesmer can just put a dome over it and it'll kill itself. Which is exactly what used to happen to old Bloomhunger. Hilariously, old Mossman, the other boss that you could get there, old Mossman, there was a place that you could stand on his house where you wouldn't be pulled back down or forced back down because of the game. And you could just stand up there and be completely immune to all his attacks and just kill him from there. And it was just a delight. That fractal was very silly, and the hardest part about it was getting to the boss. The boss itself was just a victory lap. That's a lot of fear. I did not like that much fear. I do not like fear, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Okay, where's the other Risens? You know what? We can just do this. I said we can just do this. Okay. We're fine. Fine and safe. Safe and fine. Just kill everything in my way. That's how I like to do things. Which way was it to the docks? Was it down or up? I feel like down is where I'm trying to go. It was! Bang! Hello? Fellas, come on. Come on in! Yeah, my grabby grab. My sword's got grabby hands. I don't... What are you doing, buddy? Why is this on fire? That was unfortunate. Okay. Do. Let's get him. Let's get this risen. I don't remember where I'm going. Oh yeah, the docks. Right. Moving right along. Give him the blinks, Blinky! Good work! That's so much bleed. Good work, buddy. Blinky's such a good boy. There's that giant. I couldn't jump down here because the fall damage would have killed me. So we had to come around the long way. Don't go after the preserver, everybody. I want you to come with me after the giant. Oh, right. Can he be frozen? No. That's fine. We don't need to freeze him. Uh-oh. I popped out a shroud and I can't pop back in for a few seconds. Rise! Give him the blinks, Blinky! I did not mean to hit my heal skill. And yet, that's what I did. Yeah! Tanks! We have them! We've got tanks now. Char tanks look real fun. There is a sequence in which you get to, there's a place called Grothmar Valley. Yeah! There's a place called Grothmar Valley, and you get to go on adventures there, for reasons. And it's basically a big old Char celebration, so you get to play in the tanks, and you get to play like a little PvP game, and it's so much fun. They're little baby tanks, but I love them anyway. And if you do good enough at the...
I've always wanted to ride one of these metal ones into battle. I'm so excited.
Go, Karis. Yeah, we should. You guys are great.
Those tanks fix the tank.
As you can guess, Tagwin is the brains of this operation.
We'll finish unloading
Karis is the cute quotient. She's adorbs.
once you're ready. Just a question.
Anyway, yeah, you get to ride around in a mini version of these. In Grothmar. We'll get there eventually. I really like Grothmar. It's one of my favorite maps. I don't spend a lot of time there anymore. But it's a lot of fun. Okay, that won't take me long to get to because I can fly! I love being able to fly. We're cheating. We're not really cheating. Don't listen to me. Do. Oh dear. I could do that event and then free up the waypoint. Or I could not do that event at all and go to my story marker. It's right here. Let's go! We're gonna guard some armor. The armor is tanks! There's the pupper. I love that pupper.
All set, Commander. Pale Reavers have scouted ahead. Ballistic Geargrind's tank top is ready to roll.
Yeah.
Good. Marshal Traherne needs these tanks. We'll make sure he gets them and we'll put them to use along the way.
Be advised, we expect serious resistance. Reavers will be there to support you.
Yeah, he's right.
Squad will airdrop in at the target.
Oh, fun fact. The NPCs in Ore are often wearing exotic armor.
Excellent.
Um,
Good to have you with us, Captain.
because we're in Ore.
Operation this complicated.
Exotic wasn't new, but Exotic was some of the most powerful armor in the game at the time. They did not yet have Ascended. So a lot of these NPCs are wearing exotics. Like, visibly wearing exotics. Now, the game does have a wardrobe system, and it did then too. But I kind of appreciate that attention to detail, where the NPCs, when you come into sort of the opening maps, are all kind of wearing, like, low-level gear. And then as you proceed, they're wearing, like, better and better gear till you get here, and they're wearing, like, exotic skins. I'm not medium armor. Tactician Bjorn is, I think, a ranger. He looks like a ranger. He's got a dog like a ranger. He's got medium armor like a ranger. Or I'd show you, like, what his clothes are. Which reminds me that literally any of these NPCs you can dress up like if you want to. This armor all exists in the game. You can wear it. Wah! Gunk. They're so grumpy. Alright, let's go. Look at me! I am a tiny little pink child in a dress in the middle of these heavily armored char. That's me. Pretty sure I don't have a tail. Oh wait, char. Of course. There's also a thing later where you get to go along with a tank. It's just a simple little raid. Let's go, tanks! We can move on. No, my tank! My tank! There's mines afoot. There we go. We promise. So the thing about Sylvari is that we're gonna find out in Living Season 2. We're gonna find out in Living Season 2 what Sylvari are about. And it's gonna be great! And why they're immune to the Dragon's Curse. There is a reason why they're immune to Zhaitan. And I'm gonna get to show you. Zooming. We got places to be. And yeah, it's been like an hour already. You can see because there's a clock right there. That's how I know. Well, and my stream manager also has a clock, so I can see that too. Nope, we're not stopping here. We gotta move on. We got more Orions to sort out. Ah, stop triggering this cutscene. Am I stuck in this circle or can I leave it? Oh yeah, I can leave it. Man, the NPCs have this covered. What am I even doing here? We got tanks! I think we can just wait. Oh, there's one. The tanks are on top of this. What good NPCs? There we go. No. No, sir. Not you either. Y'all don't get to come out. Nobody gets to come out and play. No, goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye. Do 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 do. The tanks are on this. I'm just gonna like chill here. Alright. Yeah! We're doing it. Let's go! That little green orb floating in the sky is for me. That's life force. Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention necromancers have that. What's powering my second health bar is something called life force. It is coming from anytime we kill an enemy. Anytime we kill an enemy that I don't have full life force, a little green orb like that comes out of them and goes into my life force bar and fills it up. There's other ways. There's other ways that we can get life force. Blinky here helps me get life force. And there's a sigil I can use. Sigil, goodness gracious. There is a sigil, but that's different. There's a signet that I can put on that generates life force automatically while it's there. I don't need to. It's me. No. We've got the firepower. That's the Acolyte skirt specifically. Oh, ghost fire shells. Yes. Okay, so in Ascalon, ghosts everywhere. It's covered in ghosts because of something called the faux fire, and we'll get into that in. Will we get into that in the human storyline? We'll get into that in the Char storyline, actually, as it occurs to me. Because that's the Char's sort of primary problem right now. They have 3 problems. 2 of them are fire-related. One's the Flame Legion, and one is ghosts. Yeah, these Melander statues have been corrupted. That's why they look like that. They look all messy. She normally looks much prettier. Okay. Was there like a signal fire here or something that I'm supposed to... Oh well. Get him, Fleshy! You know, Zaitan and I share that opinion. Never waste a corpse. Zooming! This would have taken a lot longer in those days. Yeah, they're just being... We won't have time to leave if we trigger it. This is the saddest thing. Sorry about Tegwin, y'all. I forgot where the stairs are. I usually just end up falling off by accident. Oh, here's the stairs. That's good of them. Okay, now we've got to get well clear. Look at all those giants down there. Yeah, that's Ghostfire. So back in the day in Guild Wars 1, you started in Ascalon for the original campaign in Prophecies. Now you could have started in Cantha or Alona. After a while, they released those, but traditionally you start in Ascalon in Prophecies, and you start the day that the Char burned the place to the ground. Um, in something called the Searing. Now, you do a whole bunch of things. The plot of Guild Wars 1 happens. There's a whole lot going on. And much, much later, something like 10 years later, it becomes clear that you're not winning. Not winning the war. So King Adelburn, the last king of Ascalon, performs a ritual called the Foe Fire, or rather that unleashes the Foe Fire. The humans, the way that humans tell it, it was a brave stand where he shattered his magic sword that he got from Or called Magdir, shattered it and like bound all of the souls in Ascalon to its eternal defense. The way that the Char tell it, he was on death's doorstep, panicking, crying, screaming, etc. And shattered the sword, and the sword was shattered against like the blade of their some Char hero whose name escapes me. And that's what released the Foe Fire. It's questionable which is true. I'd argue both things are true. At least a little. Ha. But the important thing is, it doesn't matter which is true necessarily, because the Foe Fire was still released. And it still cursed everyone in Ascalon to try to defend it from the Char. Unfortunately, they also see literally anyone who is in Ascalon in their space as a Char. An invading Char. You could be human, you could be Asura, you could be Sylvari, you could be Norn. You could even be Char! And they're still like, oh no, the Char invasion. There are a couple of exceptions to this. There is a necromancer whose event you can do. And she clearly knows that you're not the Char. But that's few and far between. Everyone else is cursed and held in place by Adelburn's hatred of the Char. He hates the Char so bad. It's okay, the Char hate him too. Oh yeah, we're going all the way over there. Let's go. What? What is it? Sweet! Did you know this upcoming Monday is Thanksgiving in Canada? Because it is. We're early about it. We gotta have our turkeys. Gotta eat our turkeys before they freeze. Yeah. It is the second... Okay, so technically it is the second Sunday of October, but practically it is the second Monday of October because originally, back in the day, Sunday would have been everybody's day off anyways. So Monday is marked as the bank holiday so that people actually get a day off from their work. We have that with Easter Monday as well, where Monday is marked as the bank holiday so that people actually get a day off. There we go. Moving right along. I do not want to do the trebuchet event. I need to get out of here. Leaving. Goodbye, Orions. Hello, more Orions. Yeah! I was so excited! Now, the unfortunate thing for me is that I can't leave the city while the business factory might need me. So I can't go out home to the farm. However, I've been promised leftovers, and out home is the kind of place where... The way that they put it out home is there's a place for all of God's creatures. On the plate, right next to the gravy and the mashed potatoes. That's how they put it out home. Someone activated the hero point. It's fine, I've got you. Don't worry, friend. We'll get this hero point together. All of us together. There you go. It's true. I'll have time off, technically. Unless somebody ends up needing me, I'll have time off from the number mines. Alright. Yeah. We hydrate. And then big stretch. Big stretch. Huh. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Anyway, so I've been promised turkey, and delicious hams. I'm the only one in my house who likes ham, so it's all for me. And so much gravy. Just so much gravy. Infinite gravy works. I love infinite gravy works a lot. And like probably some vegetables and stuff that go with it, but never mind any of that. There's turkey, there's ham, there's chicken, there's duck. No emu this year, which is kind of sad, because emu is like, what if an entire turkey... What if a turkey was like 2 or 3 times its size? Also, the white meat was dark meat, and the dark meat was darker. And it's so good. Ham! I can be summed up as Panya wants ham. That is my functioning existence. Oh, I was not paying attention to these people. Oh yeah, we're preparing. Oh! So, I'm too short. I'm too short to see her right. Priestess Amelia here is who we'll meet at the very beginning of the human story. She's the one who tells us, like, who nurses us back to health and stuff. Ham is so good. Yeah, we don't see too much of her, but fun fact about these things. You can make exactly that figure in the human character creation screen. Literally every one of these NPCs is made with the character creator. Like, with settings in the creator. So, you can make any NPC. There is one exception to this, and I will show you that in the human storyline, because I already know who the human I'm playing is. I apologize in advance, but y'all don't get to design the human like you did the Asura. I already know who she is. I will dress her in pink. Because I've done it before. Yes! I forgot you could have just flagrantly red eyes. I didn't actually forget that hard, but... because I do not have Evie as a couple of classes yet. And I think I'm going to run her through as a warrior, probably. Because I don't often play warrior. I don't care for the class very well. There's nothing wrong with it. I just never really got the hang of playing it. There's 9 classes in the game, and there's 3 of them I got the hang of immediately upon setting down to play with them. 2 that I'm kind of acceptable with. And the rest that I don't really play. I got the hang of Mesmer immediately, because I love playing Mesmer. It's my favorite class in Guild Wars 1, it's my favorite class in Guild Wars 2. I got the hang of Necromancer and their Don't Die button. Guild Wars 2 had multi-classing, so I was a Mesmer Necromancer in those days. Necromancer follows slightly different principles than Necromancer in those days. Necromancer in those days was more minion-focused. Well, not more minion-focused, but anyway, I was a Mesmer Necromancer, and that was great. And then Thief. Thief I got the hang of because it's a lot of short, fast, little attacks, and I like that. Like a lot of dodgy, fast, little attacks. I'm more or less acceptable on a type of healer called Healbrand. They're a sort of guardian. I can manage on a Healbrand. I won't be the best Healbrand around. I'm not going to come out clutch or anything. But, like, your blood's going to be in your body. That's That's the important thing here. Your blood will be in your body, and we'll all be alive. We love being alive. I almost got good at Druid, but Druid is too complicated for me, unfortunately. That is a type of ranger that does a lot of healing. Oh, right. When I talk about being really good at a class, I mean that I'm good at the elite specs as well. If I'm only good at one elite spec, or only functional at one elite spec, I'm not good at the class yet, as far as I'm concerned. That's kind of an unpopular opinion. Not exactly unpopular, but like... because the elite specs really feel like just a completely separate class anyway in a lot of cases. And sometimes they can have really different playstyles, because they should. It's just that I don't consider myself to have mastered something unless I can swap between each of its different elite specs and treat them something like toolkits. So if somebody needs something, I should be able to just, like, if somebody needs a different kind of mesmer, or we need something else from a mesmer, I should be able to just be like, okie dokie, swap my armor and traits around and be able to function. That's how I know I've mastered a class. And that's why I'm only decent at, like... that's how I know I'm only decent at, like, 2 or 3 classes. If you stick me on a necromancer of any kind, I'll be able to work it. Likewise, if you stick me on a mesmer of any kind, I'll put brain knives. Knives for your brain. I got the knives here. Brain knives. My necromancer in this particular instance has a knife. A really big knife. It's for your brain. It's not a brain knife, but it's going in your head. That's what it's for. Putting in people's bodies. I guess arguably it's a body knife. It's as big as my body. Therefore, that's what it is. Body knife. Knife for your body. In it goes. Dagger is the Virtuoso Mesmer class, and I love it a lot because it's very, it's a lot easier to manage the knives. What am I supposed to be fighting here? Oh, no, I am fighting what I'm supposed to be fighting. We're just doing that thing that old Guild Wars 1 did, where it sent a bajillion enemies at you and called it a challenge. It's questionable. There is an invisible timer ticking down right now that we can't see that's telling the game to stop sending enemies at me. I said enemies. As you can tell, I transpose M's and N's all the time. See also the word aminal. And the fact that I can't pronounce synonym. You know what? Y'all know what it is. It's the spice what you put on hot chocolate and those lovely rolls that you get at synonym. And those lovely rolls that are covered in frosting. Yeah, you got it. The worst part is that I can pronounce synonym properly. Which is just silly. Zoom in. We don't know why it is either. I should be able to just pronounce synonym immediately, properly. Hey, it's a champ! Let's go! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Good job, Fleshy! That's what he gets! I think this thing goes down and then we're fine. Good old power creep. Nope. Nope, we're still taking our time. Okay, there we go. Do, 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 do. I know, apparently it is!
Well, for now. The risen are relentless. I don't know how much longer we're gonna defend the care. Keep your spirits up. Tanks will make a difference.
Very well. I do not know if I'm playing the post game, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like. We'll see how much further I get through the actual game. Like I said, I'm definitely going to play Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. It's only like 2 or 3 hours. We're going to spend a stream playing that. Yeah, good Pale Reavers. I love them.
Char tanks, human escort, and a Solari scout team.
Oh, tactician Baron. I'm gonna level with you. A char tanks with a char escort would be a little bit better for me, thanks. But a human escort will do. Humans are good enough. Ah, fear. Fear is why we have stability in the world. Ah, I see, I see. We'll see how we go. I am really enjoying it. But we'll see how we go. Bang! Okay, Ballista. Let's go! We're on adventures! I love her horns. You can get those horns for your own char. They're so good. You can also dye them. Everything about a character in Character Create is dyeable, just about. So you can dye the spots, the horns. I think the horns have an accessory detail that you can dye the gear with, but I can't remember offhand. I'm just busy, like, not actually caring about what I'm doing here, because I'm, We're getting in a tank! Oh, we don't get to move it around? Oh, no, not one of these. Can I just target it? Oh, it's one of these. These are so difficult. TBH, staying in the tank might not be in my best interest. Oh, thank goodness the tank's disabled. I can just do this. We're just gonna hit this stuff. The tank is powerful, certainly, but it's not better than me. Oh, plate carrier! Dodging. Okay. There we go. Suffer. Good work. Go team. We're getting it. Thank you, tanks. That's what stability's for. It stops us from getting knocked over when we're doing things. Or feared away when we're doing those same things. We love stability in this house. It shows up on my bar as a little pillar. That's might there right now, but you'll see stability when it's a little pillar. Bang! That's protection. Protection makes me take 33% less damage, which you wouldn't think would be very much, but it's huge, actually. Buffs and conditions both show up on your bar there. Conditions are red because they're bad for you. Woo! Oh, I can tell you're having a fun and wonderful time with it. I am caught where the camera is having a problem. That is a giant. I personally will go... But the dog! We can't leave the dog on the ground. Get up, pupper. The rest of you, I don't care about, but that dog is beautiful and perfect in every way, and I can't leave her on the ground. We're really supposed to be doing this a little differently. Don't die, juice button! Oh. Oh dear. Woo! it because I lived! Technically! Yeah! That's what you all get! Every one of you gets put in the ground! A jade bot found something. Alright, we're gonna try and get back into that tank. Oh, right. Let's go with 4 and let's fill it about halfway. You know, if you're gonna keep knocking me out of the tank, I'm just gonna kill everything by hand. There's a lot going on here. A lot of giants. I can't remember if I absolutely have to use these tanks or what. Oh my gosh! If you wanted me to use the tanks... Okay, okay. Oh, we're way off, that's why. Way off. Probably need that charged about a quarter of the way to hit that guy. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's literally all we had to do. Use the tank just a little more. Happens sometimes that I forget. We did it! I just forgot how it was done. Yes. We're gonna go kill their leader! It's Zaitan.
Hey, watch the dog cracks.
I love his dog. I love Burns' dog. She's so cute. Aww. We meet Petra in the human storyline. You'll get to meet Petra too, actually, because that's the storyline I'm doing. You can be a noble human, but I don't want to. Despite the fact that that's how we'd meet Lord Farron for the first time. Actually, you know what? Lord Farron's just... Lord Farron is a part of our heritage, and I think you should have to meet him. Chat, maybe you will get to design our human. I was just going to play Evie again for the umpteenth time. But chat, maybe I will let you design our human, except I will force us to pick the noble storyline. Alright, there we go. Do, 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 do. This is what you get, sir. Destroyed. Alright. Spin to win. I said spin to win. You're not hurt. Settle down. You have a whole nother health bar that you can put to use here. See, like that. Oh, hey! Oh, no, she's not Belinda. I thought she was for a second. She looked like it. We'll meet Belinda later. All right. So many things to kill on the way. We'll just hold up here for just a second while my health comes back in. And resuming. We got places to be. Oh, we're going after Archmage Harshaf. Harshaf? This guy. who's definitely alive. He's about to not be. Get him, Fleshy! Bang! Blinky, give him the blinks! We'll break his bar yet! Invulnerability. Oh, yes, that's right. I'd forgotten. He's got to spook you so he can kill Deborah. My minions are trying their best. Get him, Fleshy! You can do it! Bjorn, my boy, you're gonna get yourself killed, son. Don't get yourself killed, you've got a cute dog. Your dog needs your love and attention. Look at our minions. Your dog. Yeah! Why? Why does he do so much fear? That is an aggressive amount of fear. Come back here. Okay, we're fine. Everyone's fine. Nobody's dead. Okay, we're all alive. We did it! But the dog's alive. Cute. Ah. All right. Good enough. Oh yeah, I've got to salvage all those rares. We don't need them. We don't need them, but I do need the mats. Ooh, globs of globby gloop. I have so much loot that I'm going to have to go through. It's going to be wild and crazy. Look at these loot bags. Those are mite trophies. Okay. That's also loot. There we go. Oh, this thing here is useless these days. Well, not completely useless, but it's not useful. There was a time back in the day when your armor could break. So if you got hurt or killed too much, your armor would start to be damaged and break, and you had to go to an anvil to repair it. Now, what they do with those anvils, because they didn't take them out of the game, is they give you reinforced armor as a buff instead for 12 hours. Basically, they treat it as if you maintenanced your armor. Because the armor breaking mechanic was punishing players for losing. And it hurts. And it hurt in other games to have that happen to you. So that's one of the ways that Guild Wars 2 decided, you know what, we're going to be a little bit different about this. But originally they did have the armor breaking mechanic. Which is how I ended up in just my boots at the top of a jumping puzzle once. So, I was doing a jumping puzzle that's particularly difficult, and if you mess it up, you land in a big old pool of lava and you go down immediately. You just die there if you can't get out. And you can't get out. So, I died there enough, I died there enough that it got really frustrating. There's no anvil to repair your armor, so by the time I got to the top of the jumping puzzle, I'd fallen enough that all of my armor was broken and therefore didn't show on my character. It just made you naked. Because you weren't wearing, like, busted up pieces of armor, obviously. So I was just up there, a lovely pink Sylvari, in my boots. Just my boots. My boots and my homegrown modesty. Because Sylvari grow leaves over in the usual places that you would put underwear. So it's one of the funniest things I think I've done in this game. And it was so long ago. I'd only first started playing. I was playing on a potato. A potato of a laptop that my cat was sleeping on the vents for. Oh, hey, there's Laurenthier. We'll see Laurenthier again. I love Laurenthier. And we'll see Gretchen, too. We'll see them in the second, or in the first X-Pack. Heart of Thorns.
One of the spirit shamans of Fyerluna. With her is Lara, War Master of the Legion.
You're an inspiration, Commander. Many believe that if we get
She's a bear shaman.
next,
You can tell because she's wearing the bear shaman clothes.
Sylvari sing of your victories, and even the charm is battle cries of war. It sparkles with influence.
My pleasure to meet
Do,
you
do,
all.
do, 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 do,
Today
do,
will
do.
bring another victory for
And we're zooming.
Master Traherne, what's our goal?
I have created a ritual that might cleanse a Highland's corruption.
We're gonna do it.
If it succeeds,
We're gonna try.
this mission will be eternally rewarded. My research suggests that the royal tombs will
Anyway, I know I keep talking about, like, LS1 and LS2 and the first X-Pack and all that stuff, and that stuff is very fun. But we're gonna do our homework first and get through the personal story for everybody, so that I can take you through the, so that I can take you all through LS1 and then,
I swear we'll hold the line.
I guess technically LS2 and then the X-Pack. It'll be fun! And then you'll get to see all the connections that everybody has to each other. I will say that the living stories are a little bit shorter than this, because they're not meant to be super obnoxiously long. Hello. Murder. They're not meant to take up, you know, an entire gameplay's worth of game. I can't remember the way into the Royal Tombs. I sure hope Traherne knows where we're going. Because I don't! Wait, yes I do. We just follow the murder bots. Follow the murders! Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Ah! Ooh. Traherne? 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 Hello, sir? Are you fighting something up here, or are you just, like, chilling? Do I have to babysit you? Yep, I gotta babysit him. Every time that happens, I run off and I'm just like, oh, I guess I actually do have to go with him. Traherne used to glow white here, but now he glows his correct color, which is purple. All the Sylvari NPCs used to glow white. Kaith glows gold. Traherne glows purple, which I love. And a few of the other ones glow a different color. Yes! There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. Let's go! Come on! Get these guys! Woo! Yeah, we did it. With the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charm, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With a wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off her feet. There we go. Yeah! Oh, that abomination's gonna sweep me off my feet if I'm not careful. I wasn't careful. But would I say it's unreactable? I'm having a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know, and I'm going to tell you all about it, there's some discourse around Trizuka right now. People are mad. People are big mad. As a Trizuka main, I say that, Trizuka is not a main weapon that you can have, for those of you that don't know Splatoon, and maybe you don't. Oh yeah, the Trizuka discourse is coming along. We're gonna talk about reactability. Here's the thing about it. Maybe Trizuka is not reactable in the way that you're thinking. Like, it doesn't feel like you can dodge it. First of all, yes you can. You can dodge the main shot. Second of all, if you're hanging out in an open sight line, expect to get shot. If the enemy has a special up and you've taken that line 3 or 4 times before, that's not a matter of reactable. You're gonna get hit. I know this. I'm a roller. I'm a roller main. I get hit all the time by stuff like that because I go into a stupid place or I come out the same way like 17 times. Anyway, yes, the Trizuka discourse. I am firmly on team prevention here, where you should be actively paying attention to the game state to prevent yourself from getting into those situations in the first place. Why am I immobilized? Yeah, it's not even that annoying, honestly. It's good. It's a little overtuned, but it's not annoying, I don't think, necessarily. It's not, it doesn't bother me in the same way that... Actually, none of the specials really bother me that bad. I love Kraken. I love Kraken a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I do think that they kept the spirit of the thing in Splatoon 3, because in Splatoon 1, Kraken was so busted that you just couldn't. You couldn't. It was too crazy. Okay, that's actually really funny. Somebody dying to Trizuka and then their next 2 super jumps being cancelled by that same Trizuka. I love Tacticooler. I just don't like Tacticooler when I'm sharking. If I'm sharking, Tacticooler can sometimes will give my position away. Alright, we're hurting these corruptors. Oh, right. That reminds me, speaking of give my position away, so come December, I'm gonna have a bunch of time off because I usually take my vacation in December anyway. So come December, I'm gonna have a bunch of time off, which means I'm gonna stream a whole bunch more in between getting ready for the holidays. And I might, perhaps, be bringing back an old series for y'all. So there is, y'all may remember me teaching yous to crochet, and then my webcam quit on me and I was sad. Well, the holidays are coming. And I have informed literally all the people who get me presents that the thing that I would like them to get me is a webcam and or dollar bills for a webcam. We don't have dollar bills here, but you get the idea. Money. And that is what I should like to have for the holidays. I am a firm believer in getting, like, in the holidays being either one really big present or a whole lot of little ones. My personal opinion is one really big present. It's what I'll be happiest with. Yeah! So we might get that back. Oh, not Gretchen! I told you we'd see her again. They killed her. Yep, we got her. We got her, Your Honor. Look at that! Plants! They're coming out of it! This is not the Heart of War. This is where we find out our princess is in another castle. Salad bowl did something! But yeah, it's gonna be a little while. But I am bringing the series back as soon as I have another webcam, and it's gonna be something that I get for the holidays. Ooh. Yeah, see, I like getting one big gift. Because, the year I got one big thing, the first year I got one big thing, it was a PlayStation. A PlayStation 1, because I was, young enough to want that. That's not entire. I would have been any age and wanted a PlayStation. It was good. Because getting a whole bunch of little things is nice and all, but y'all can do that any time of year. Getting a great big gift for Christmas is what I like to do. Oh, and one year my parents got my sister and I both iPod Nanos. So that was great. That was a long time ago. Back when those were a thing. Oh yeah, they were high technology at the time. They were like Gen 2. They held a grand total of, like, I think their storage space was still measured in megabytes. That's the saddest thing about them. Yep, we just need to find the source. The Ancient Priest of Grenth. Let's go do Grenth. We did the map last time, and it was, Norn, and we went to have fun. Yeah! See, that's the ticket. I ask for video game paraphernalia most of the time. Except for my parents. For my parents, I ask them for power tools and other things that I just thought came with the house. So you know how sometimes you go to the cupboard and you reach for something and you grab that thing and it's like salt or sugar or like a can of cleaner like Lysol or something? For whatever reason, I just assumed those things came like with the house and were just there. So like going out to the shed to get a ladder, for instance, that comes free with the house, right? It does not. You have to get your own ladder. Chainsaw, power tools, toolbox, that is all stuff you have to get for you. It does not come with the home, which is weird. But there's a lot of stuff that we found that I was just like, oh, I'll just get X. And then I was like, where's X? And then I just got this look like, why would we have that? And yeah. So that's what I ask my parents for most of the time. Last year I asked them for a ladder, which they got me. It was very nice of them. And it doubled up as the funniest possible present because, like, out home people can be a little traditional, a little bit traditional. So my poor mom was out there fielding questions from, like, the people out home who are just like, what's your daughter gotten for Christmas? What'd she ask for? And mom goes, yeah, she asked for a ladder, one of the big, like, 10-foot ladders. What? Why are you getting your daughter a ladder? Anyway, a 10-foot ladder is how you escape aquariums. Especially big ones, for reasons. Ladders do not come with the aquarium. It's mean of them. Yes, I can be super tall. I could climb a ladder. Alright, we're going to be very careful to scoot by here. We're going to the Cathedral of Silence. Now, the thing about this is that there's also a jumping puzzle near here. So we have to be extremely careful. Because it will dismount me. It does not care if I'm in the air. It will throw me off my horse. I won't. Though I am at least somewhat afraid of spiders. They have the right number of legs, but they have too many eyes. Just so many eyes. A number of eyes that is too big. Ooh, pink silk moth. That sounds cute.
Welcome, Commander. I've asked Priestess Rai to join us.
Actually, you know what? I think you'd like the moths that come out in the fall around here. We call them maple tree moths, but I don't know if that's their actual name. Oh, hi Canadian Milk! Thanks! We're doing story mode, so it's nothing very exciting. I will get you a shout out. That is the wrong thing. Shout out. Wow, I wish I could spell. Yeah! Yes, the pink and what? Yes, rosy maple moths. That's the one. The pink and yellow ones. They live around here, so every year at our elementary school, the wall would just be covered in them. I don't know why, but the entire wall would just be covered in them completely. Like, they looked like wall ivy had grown in. It was so good. We loved them. And they're not even invasive, so we get to keep them and let them play around. Oh, right. Canadian Milk here is a Donkey Kong Country speedrunner. 306% speedrunner, so that means running DK 1, 2, and 3. All the games, and 100%ing everything. So getting into all the bonus areas and stuff. It's neat. I am not cut out for speedrunning. I'm not good enough at most games to do it. But, or more accurately, I do not have the time to put into getting good enough at most games to do it. But I love watching it because it's a lot of fun to see. Alright, it's murder time! Let's get him! I found out there was a speedrun board for doing fractals and raids in Guild Wars 2 and went, ooh, I could do that. And then I saw the people doing fractals and raids for those speedruns and went, oh my golly. Maybe not. But they're very good. Yes, rosy maple moths are great. They're also quite small. So they have both the pink and cute and the small and cute covered. They are approximately 3 centimeters, which is a little over an inch. I think it's an inch and a quarter, maybe. Yeah, that sounds right. I only very vaguely remember how big they are. Or rather, how big inches are. Yeah, that's why it's so weird to see so many of them covering the school wall. Like, they look really cool, but it was super weird. And they just covered the whole thing. It wasn't, like, the hugest wall that ever existed. We only had, like, 100 kids in that school. But it was big. Like, it was a lot. A lot of little moths. They're very pretty. Also, they're very fuzzy. That's fair. That's what I had to do learning Splatoon. I don't speedrun the game, but I do play competitively. Val here is on my team. We're called Toxic Positivity. You set yourself small, achievable goals, and then when you make them, you set a new goal that you can also make, and then so on and so forth. Things like stop going out in the open. Or rather, go out in the open less times. Wow, this thing's dying before it even spawned on in. I love it. I'm so proud of that name. We were a little late for the tournament season this year. The big tournament season is called Ludi. We were a little late for it, but that's okay. because because I'm going to end up in something else called Low Ink, which is where sort of the starter teams start out. And I just need people to see the name and be excited about it. That's what they need. Ah, that's fair. The only time I ever really liked doing time trials was when I was playing Crash Team Racing. I miss that game a lot. I know there's a remake of it. I just don't have it yet. Ah, we're doing a lot of stuff here to summon up something. What were we summoning up? Ha, Shriexy. Somebody's a ranger. Where? Oh, yeah, ghosts. Oh, they plan to see our nation. They're performing the cataclysm, I do believe. Oh, yes. Kilbron sunk ore into the sea and woke Zaitan. Yes, this is such a good time. Yeah. I'm eventually going to get Crash Team Racing on the Switch. That's what we're going to do. I have a controller for my computer that actually works with everything I use. But I just it's a Logitech controller and I just can't hold it. If that makes sense. There we go. Oh, honey, you don't have to do that. That's very sweet of you, but you don't have to do that. It's about to be the holidays. And besides, I'm at the point in my job where I get things like an end-of-year bonus and stuff like that, so I'm not worried. Hello, Grand Avatar! I love that the Grand Avatar has, like, perceptible nipples. I don't know why, but I love that fact. It just makes me happy. Yeah! Yeah, we will. I'm a necromancer. Of course I'm no stranger to death. Maybe I will combine my loves of speedrunning and also Splatoon and try to speedrun Splatoon. I've seen some wild glitches where you can just, like, glitch yourself into the things. And I'm good with the movement to begin with. And I have a spare account. Things to think about for when I have a little bit more time on my hands. Right now, the business factory keeps me very busy. Oh, do I have to cut my way through all of this? Yes, I do. Okay. Bang! We do our explosions. I know, right? And single-player mode in Splatoon is actually a lot of fun. It is all about getting the movement down. I main a roller, so my movement has to be... I'm effectively wearing training weights at all times. So putting on the hero shot and going into single player mode is going to just be crazy. Do, 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 do. I'll see what the community around it is like. Generally speaking, I found speedrun communities to be incredibly helpful and fantastic. But that doesn't mean that they are, that just means that's what I get to see. Yes! That would involve me being able to do art right now. Well, that's not true. I do art, it's just my art is crochet, and I'm going to absolutely destroy my wrist. I have something like 20 or 30 ornaments I need to make this year. Because some people suddenly have nieces and nephews for reasons. And for reasons, I'm making those little ones ornaments too. And I'm making them ornaments from the years that they missed. I make an ornament every year. Like I pick and design up an ornament, and eventually the idea is that everyone will have a big old ornament set of all the different things I've made. So one year was snowmen, and one year was like a holiday wreath, and I did stars and snowflakes and a bunch of other stuff. And this year it's going to be gingerbread men. No, I am not 40. I am not 40. I don't have children of my own. I will say that. My family is exceptionally large. So there's two things going on here. My family is exceptionally large. My mom has 9 siblings. No, there are 9 children in that family. My mom is one of those 9 people. And my dad has something like 11 or 12. Depending on how you count, step siblings and stuff, it's questionable. Anyway, my dad has like 11 or 12. And so I have a lot of cousins of varying ages. And the thing is that when you hit a certain age range, we tend to, with our older cousins, end up calling them like aunt and or uncle because they're adults when we were very small. So when I was very little, the eldest cousin I interacted with was already in her 20s. And I was only like 2 or 3. So that's sort of how that works out. It's a bit complicated, I suppose, but that's just how rural living can be sometimes. So, that's how I sometimes end up with nieces and nephews. Because technically they're my cousins, but they're so small that, they're so small. Look at them. They're tiny. You can't see them, but they're tiny. Oh, chat'll get me eventually. Y'all will get me eventually. Ooh, hot chocolate. Oh yeah. My youngest relations of that sort are, who's the youngest one? The youngest one still hasn't worked out words yet. He's worked out making noise. And he's worked out making word-sounding noise almost. But he ain't got words quite yet. He's trying. He tried his best. But everybody gets ornaments. Even the babies get ornaments. So I've got like something like 30 of them to make. It's a lot. And they're small enough and flat enough that I can tuck them into Christmas cards. So even people who don't live around here get them mailed out. Which is a lot of fun. Ooh, those are all good choices. None of them are correct, but they are all good choices. The correct choice is a little bit of chili powder. Where am I going? Oh, right. I take a very savory hot chocolate. And usually end up topping it with like a little bit of chili powder or some pepper or something. But I also tend to like a very bitter chocolate. You know those, like 95% cocoa chocolate bars that you see on shelves in some places? I'm the person those are for. I'm who's eating them. It's me. I am consuming them and enjoying the heck out of them because they're incredibly bitter and they taste like chocolate. It's me. I'm also out there putting a little bit of chili powder on top of them just so that I can have that. A little bit of chili flakes. Spicy chocolate. Oh, hello. This is from my sky scale. We're gonna go in here. Do. Where's the next one? Okay, it's out of... There we go. Now I don't have to fight with the camera. Let's go! To adventure! Adventure! Oh my, this goes up quite high. Look at this vista. It's very pretty. In a weird, sort of ethereally interesting kind of way. Oh, I wonder... We did it! Mistborn moat and everything. 3 out of 7. Oh, and it doesn't tell me which ones. I do not have Ruler of the Skies yet, because I didn't bother to do it, but it is just doing all those little rift thingies. Ruler of the Skies is a title that you can have. You can have titles. You're probably going to want Romantic or one of the other ones that's like that. I'm trying to think of the pinkest possible title. I don't have a lot of titles, but... Give me an orchid! I planted you here. Give me an orchid. They didn't. Alright. Oh. Actually, we want... Nice. Nope. And there we go. And then we come up on this side. I know it looks like I'm not coming up inside of something, but I am, I promise. Oh no, this wasn't the right door. Where is the correct door? Ah, here it is. There we go. I never can find this when I'm looking for it. Let's go, Cleansor! No, I get you. Some words just have a color to them. There's lots of things like that. You don't even need synesthesia to know that some words have a color to them. They have a feel, a vibe about them, and it's just like, that's the thing. Yay! I just realized that applause stock sound. That stock applause sound with some bells over it is also used in a Winter's Day thing where you play musical bells if you do a good job. Yeah! Alright, let's go, Traherne. This is Deputy Mira. She's recovering. You remember her from that time we were on Clore Island. I'm glad she's recovered enough to help us out. Hotfish Summer is here. Professor Gore. We met Professor Gore at the beginning of our story. Who else is here? Karis. There's some Grawl with us. Yeah, we aren't going to know most of the rest of these people because we didn't do those stories, but, yet. But, we will learn who they are. Let's go. Yeah. You're obviously pink, like, let's be real. And, like, it doesn't even need to be a thing. I will insist, though, that apple is green. That's just how my brain operates. If you ask me to picture an apple, 90% of the time, I am picturing a green object. I recognize and understand that red is probably what most people are after with an apple, but that's incorrect. Red Delicious are the worst apples on Earth. They had to be named Red Delicious, because otherwise people wouldn't believe that they taste good. And people, some reason, believe that they taste at all. They are not bred for tasting. They're bred for thick skin. Makes them look pretty. They should have been called red decoration apples. It's what they're for. I will die on this hill. They are. They're bred to lie. Nah, more accurately, they are bred to stay nice. To stay nice in the truck. Red Delicious are arguably, a fairly new breed of apple. And their job is to look pretty on the shelf after traveling great distances to get there. Because if they look pretty and they aren't scratched or dented or anything like that, people think they taste better. It's not true that they do. But people think that they do. Come back here. Come back here, you. Get back here. I want to put you in the ground. No. In the ground. Listen. You're allowed to. You're allowed to like Red Delicious, Miss Shire. I'm sorry. You can, but we're not supposed to fight these. They're just supposed to like. They're just supposed to like step aside. Let me get to the. Let me get to the point. Oh, thank goodness my Jade bot still works in here. Good work, buddy. There we go. Traherne, on your feet. We got stuff to do. Granny Smiths are good. I'm here for, Ooh. Apple pie I find is best with multiple apples, like different apples, depending on what you want to serve with it. I, personally, serve apple pie with cheddar cheese, because that's how we do things here. You did! You come back at just the right time. We're having apple discourse. The place I live is known for its apples, among other things, so we gotta have the apple discourse. Yeah, cheddar cheese plus apple pie is 10 out of 10 delicious. That's his brake bar. He doesn't need it. It's for me. Power creep. Power done crept. It's okay not to like pie crust. Also, there's multiple different types of pie crust. If you find that you don't like sort of the more biscuity pie crust, try a shortbread crust instead. Shortbread crust is a little bit sweeter. It's a lot flakier because it's shortbread. The problem with shortbread crust, and the reason it's not used in commercial pies very often, is because it's flakier, but it's more rigid. So it's much more likely to crack. Whereas the doughy sort of biscuit style crust won't crack. It stays in sort of like it stays in place. So if you cut a slice of pie like that, it's going to be softer and it's going to like stay together and people won't think the crust is dried out. Shortbread crust is amazing on apple pie though. You have to be a little bit careful with the top. When you cover your pie, because the shortbread crust will burn a little easier, so it's best to stick a bit of foil over the top while you're cooking it, so it doesn't get all funky. And I personally like to sprinkle a little bit of something over the top of it when I'm done. Sugar if I plan to serve it with ice cream. Sometimes I'll sprinkle a little bit of finishing salt if I plan to serve it with cheese. Yes, you should. Put it in the recipes section on the Discord. I have a Discord. It's a good place to be. We put recipes there. I love making recipes. They're so tasty. Whoops, gave him a Star Trek badge. No, we won't. It's gonna be like 10 minutes away and we'll forget. Until Season 3 when we go out to, or again. Yeah. I found out that there's a difference between the cinnamon roll crust that I'm used to and the one and sort of the biscuit style dough. And I don't necessarily like the ones I'm used to, but I like the biscuit style dough for them instead. This is so much more impactful if you're a Sylvari. I'm not, so I'm just here like, we do what we want. Rise! Sound got a little weird for a bit. This happens in the story instance. There they are. The NPCs came! Get him! Gets him! Yes! Oh. So, Oat Home isn't, but it's not too far. We have the blueberry capital of Canada in my province. So you better believe I've had enough blueberry pies to fill an ocean, really. I get why you wouldn't care for it, though. Alright, we hydrate! Before we dehydrate. And then, big stretch! Big stretch! Hop! Oh, big stretch. Ah! Ah! That'll happen. We're not very exciting out here. We're... I don't know. That is weird. I'll lure him in with party animals next time. But I haven't seen him around, like, straight up. I know people take a break sometimes, and that's okay. We'll practice on Saturday, so we'll see if he's there. Kind of talk it out. But yeah, we're not very exciting in Nova Scotia. We're not the worst province. Everyone thought of a different province when I said the worst province, or they thought of New Brunswick. There's nothing wrong with New Brunswick exactly, but it's just right next door, so of course I have to make fun of it. What are we gonna make fun of in PEI? Nothing. There's nothing there. There's potatoes and Charlottetown. That's it. That's what I said. We'll lure him in with party animals. Where am I going? Oh, Fort Trinity. That's true. Oh. Oh, Newfoundland. Alright, back to Fort Trinity. My favorite Newfie joke continues to be, and always will be, so two Newfies two Newfies go out west for looking for work, and they're walking along the road, and they see a couple of other buddies out and about in the middle of the wheat, and they look at each other, and the boys walking along look at each other, and they yell out, "You boys from Newfoundland?" And they get back, "Yeah, bye, we from Newfoundland." So the boys walking along respond back with, "Well, get out of the boat. You're gonna make us look bad." And if I could swim, I'd come out there and get you myself. And it continues to be my favorite joke. So many layers to it. Traherne, where are you? Oh, Traherne, are you out on the airship again? Come on, man. It's his thinking place. Oh, okay. So the joke is that fields of wheat are often described as seas of wheat. Like the ocean. So if you're in it, so you take your boat, so these fellas, because Newfie jokes are blonde jokes with the word Newfie pasted in. A couple of these fellas have put a boat in the middle of the wheat and gotten into it. Followed by some fellas also from Newfoundland coming by to yell at them, "Hey, get out of that boat in the middle of the ocean. You're gonna make us look stupid. In the middle of that sea of wheat. And if I could swim, I'd come out there and get ya." Suggesting that they also, despite walking on the ground directly by it, bought into the sea of wheat being something that you would need to swim. That's the joke there. It's my favorite one. Because, like I said, there's so many layers to it. It's just too silly. My other favorite ones continue to be, let's see. I gotta find ones that I can actually tell on stream. That's the trick here. I am! Newfoundland is a whole minute. They're very friendly. Everyone in Newfoundland is incredibly friendly and nice. The population is fairly low because they're on an island. You go out to Newfoundland, if you end up moving there, they do something for you called, getting screeched in, which is where they make you drink screech, which is an alcohol. It's very strong, and it used to be once upon a time homemade. Questionable at best. You take some Newfie screech and you kiss a codfish. Like a literal fish. Oh yeah, we all love Newfoundland. The rivalry between Cape Breton, which is a part of Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland is strong. It's real strong, but deep down, they really do care about each other. You know that it's strong because in Newfoundland they tell the joke, how'd Cape Breton come to be? And the answer to that question is Newfie's throwing rocks at seagulls. And in Cape Breton, they tell the same joke, but reversed. How'd Newfoundland come to be? Capers throwing rocks at the seagulls. So it's one of those things. Newfoundland also has an extremely strong, very noticeable accent. I cannot perform a Newfoundland accent. I have tried. I can't do it. The closest you'll hear is sometimes you'll hear, "Hey, bye, how you done?" But that's kind of close. That's not even quite correct. The internet has plenty of examples of Newfie accents if you ever want to hear what they sound like. They do not sound like discernible English sometimes, so good luck. I'm used to the sound of Newfie accents, so I can generally tell what's being said, even at the thickest. But it's tough on somebody who's never heard it before. Just the same as a Caper accent is quite tough on somebody who's never heard a strong Cape Breton accent before. It's difficult. I will send you videos of what a Newfie accent sounds like. I will also say that I am absolutely from Nova Scotia. Sometimes you can hear the down the valley kind of sound. Oh, we're going to a raw. Oh, we're doing the dungeon. Let's go. We're almost done. Yeah, Discord's one of my favorite things to have. Yep, we're going to do the dungeon. This is the last chapter of the story that we're off to do. Yes, they're very cute. I did. Yes. I grew up in the same general area. In fact, for a while, we were stuck going to the same school. I want a raptor. Nope, I want a raptor. I want to ride a dinosaur. Dinosaur. This is a dinosaur. Shh, it's a dinosaur. The base form for this mount is a dinosaur. They've painted a lot of fun other things over top of it. But yeah, you can hear my out-home accent from time to time kicking in. My Ontario cousins are particularly fond of forcing me to say that I'm going to get the Mars bar out the car. On account of the way that that AR is pronounced. You probably do, actually. Yeah, I should say. You probably do know me, IRL. Exciting! Oh, right. We're doing the dungeon, story mode of the dungeon. I almost forgot that's what we were up to. This dungeon's quite long, so it'll take us at least to the end of stream, maybe past it. Whoa! Which means that you may all get to vote on what we take to the next story instance. I have Char, Norn, and Human yet to do in this game. Char are those lovely cat people who I have strong feelings about. It's not their fault. It's just Guild Wars 1 was a hard time for me. They burnt my house down, and all of my friends, and everyone else. Let's go! Adventure! Yeah, someday I'll record Guild Wars 1. I'm not going to play Guild Wars 1 on stream, I don't think, because it's even more ancient than this. But someday I'll record some Guild Wars 1 so y'all can see what it looks like and how different it was. It's not an action game exactly. Oh yes, I should say, this whole reunion of Destiny's Edge is something that we would have been working on in the side stories of the other dungeons. But I don't like doing the dungeons. I did them once on my Sylvari playthrough, and I'm not doing it again. But yeah. Back in those days, Guild Wars 1 was much closer to like a deck building game practically, where you had a million skills and they were all very similar. It plays a lot slower. The highest level you can get is level 20, and there's a lot more MMO sort of stuff in it. But the first thing that happens is you go into Ascalon, you do some stuff in Ascalon, or rather, you live in Ascalon, you do some stuff in Ascalon, and then the whole place burns to the ground because the Char burn it to the ground. And then the first campaign that you're in is you defending your land from Char. It made an impression on me. And so now playing Guild Wars 2, I'm like, ooh, playing the main villains of the old game. That's tough. That's tough. But I got better. It's been like, in-game, it's been like 250 years since that happened. Out of game, it's been like, this game's like 11 years old. So it's been like 15 years. I got better. 15 or 20, actually. I don't remember how old Guild Wars 1 is. It's old. But yeah, surprise! DM me about it on Discord. I am under the same name in Discord. I used to have a set of numbers after my name, but Discord was like, nah. Yep. Oh yeah, leading by word and deed. This whole speech that Kaith is giving right now is if we'd actually done the dungeons. Oh, it's socials.
Are we going to get started?
Takes me to the link tree. Oh, Blink 182 and Sum 41 are great bands. I would say we're great bands, but they are still great bands. They did not stop being good. My Chemical Romance. There's a list. I have a list. Where's that first battery? Oh, switches. There we go. Grateful for that. We don't have to fight these Risen. I can just go. Last time I did this, I was on a mesmer, so I just left. I teleported. We do have to deal with that champ, though. That will not stand around and wait for us to do things. Yes, tomorrow's Cult of the Lamb. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're fleshlings now. That's good of us. Oh, whoops. Speaking of fleshlings, I forgot to summon up mine. Get him, Fleshy! Break his bar! Oh, oops, I'm pressing the wrong... I'm pressing thief buttons? I'm pressing thief rotation. That's not the correct rotation. Okay, we got the power core. Let's go get the second one. When you play the game with multiple people in this dungeon, each of you goes to one of the power cores, and the first one picks it up, and then the second one can pick up theirs immediately, and so on, and then you all meet back in the middle. And it's much, much faster. Yes, we're gonna get there eventually. Don't worry. We'll get there, with me screaming all the way things like blood for the blood god and skulls for the skull throne, and let me out of there. And things like that. We have a good time here. Good time here on PJ Katie's farm. Oh, that bears some explaining. So once upon a time, long time ago, at some point, one of my friends started saying, "Oh, we always have a good time here on Uncle PJ Katie's farm." And then I was like, that sounds really familiar. And it turns out it should, because PJ Katie's farm is a real thing. It's a public access children's program that was sort of jammed lightly into my brain as a child. And I guess all of our brains as a child. We misremembered some of the details. The host is a young woman, I think. But yeah, that's a thing. So, it's one of those things, and at some point I was like, oh no, this is like Candle Cove. It better not be real, and it was real though, so it worked out. Anyway, you all needed to know the story of why I say that sometimes. It started out as a meme, and then we found out it was a real children's show. Oh, Candle Cove. Candle Cove is an old creepypasta. It spawned a bunch of different things. It's part of Channel Zero, which is like an anthology series made up of different creepypasta stories. Candle Cove is a story of a puppet show TV series that spookily didn't exist. Ooh, they were watching Static. Ooh, spooky. Etc. Oh, it kidnapped children into the world of the show. Ooh. Yeah. It's an old creepypasta, so people still quite love it, anyway, because it was one of the first ones. And one of the first ones to get really, really popular. It came, as far as I remember, it came before Slenderman and all of that stuff. So it came well before, like, that kind of thing. There's Candle Cove, there's Ted the Caver, there's a whole list of, like, old-timey, spooky things like that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, Lost Media is great. Oh, the number of fake Lost Media things, too, as it occurs to me now. The number of fake Lost Media things is pretty great, too. Ah, right. We need to put a stop to these. I do not have a reflect. Don't care about the mines. I do not care about the mines. We need to put a stop to these things. Does not matter. I don't need health. I have secret health. Get out of here! That's right. No, he won't, buddy. Let's get your break bar. Let's get your break bar. Yeah, Fake Lost Media is some of my favorite creepypasta. See also Welcome Home, one of my favorite ones. I love that so much. It's going so well, and I'm really excited. I want to see where it's going, but like even if this is the only place it goes and we don't get to like see the end, I really want to see the end of it. It's so good. All right, now back we go. We have to go the long way though. Thankfully, the tunnel is cleared out of danger. Ah, Julie is great. She's so happy to be here. Last time we played hopscotch, you landed on the roof. And I won! Aw, Julie's such a good time. I'm delighted by all the different characters. Alright, we're going up to do the fight with Zaitan. Let's go! It's time! Alright, while this is happening, because I don't think I have to actually fight anything yet. While this is happening, let me just start a poll. There we go.
Someone has to stay behind to release the airship.
What playable race should I play next? Norn. Char. I think it's Char. Yeah. Human. Alright. Duration can be 2 whole minutes. There you go! What should I play next? Because this scene is gonna take 2 whole minutes. TBH, I'm already playing the least fun. I'm already playing the least fun, which is Asura. I don't care for Asura. There's nothing wrong with them exactly. They're just not my style. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Asura. They're just not my style. I like things about them. I like that I like that they're one of the only species that can wear clothing as though it's gender neutral, so they wear the men's clothes in most cases. Which means that they can just wear belts across their chest, whether they're male or female. They do not have to have, like, a full shirt on. They're very cute, it's true. But, like, they're not quite for me. I have a different aesthetic that I like to embody, and it's hard for me to do that on an Asura. Which is weird, because when I played FF14 for a little while, I did like Lalafell. So I don't know what it is. Like, couldn't tell you what the problem is. Nothing wrong with Asura, like I said. I'm glad you're having fun. We'll see her again. Like, there's a lot of story for me to get through, and I am getting through all of it, given the opportunity. Where are the Orient Giants this time? Oh, they're on this side. Okay, okay. There they are! These big fellas. I think the screen is going to be the most annoying thing. This is a lot easier with multiple people, as you can tell, because everybody could be on a cannon. Okay. Oh, whoops, they're not doing the throw animation. There we go. The shield lasts for quite a while. Thankfully, it's forgiving. There we go. Do 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 do. Anyway, eventually you reflect enough of these that the game is like, yeah, those giants are probably dead. Yep, like that. Then we can move on. Clear the ship and go to the other side. Thankfully, I have minions. Yay, minions! They are so helpful in this fight. Actually, we're going to put a few more minions. I lied, we're not. Shadow Fiend's going to have to do. Oh, hey, a helicopter! You can. There's an emo human face, too. I don't care for it because it's got the makeup inbuilt, but there is an emo human face. It's got, like, the running mascara and everything. It's crazy. When I make a human, I will make a human noble. Because... Let's go! Get to the chopper! Because human noble introduces us to Lord Farron, best character. 10 out of 10. He is... he is... You know what? Lord Farron is Knuff. That's Farron. He's, he's Knuff. He's great. You'll see. He means well. You'll see. Alright. Let's see. What are our results? Did it just end? Did I not? One moment. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. We did it. That's one. Come on, you. It's true. Patriarchy can't be about horses in Guild Wars 2. Horses aren't real. Okay, maybe horses are real. We don't know. Horses are never seen in the game, so they're not real. We have other animals we ride. Come on, let me hit the tower. Actually damaging the tower, or do I have to damage it from out here? Whatever. We're just swinging in the general direction of the tower. I hate these Orient eyes. They fire so much. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got better horses. They're dinosaurs. Dinosaur is a much better horse. Also, there is technically a horse in game, but it's invisible, so it doesn't count. You'll see Gumdrop when Halloween comes around. Well, technically a couple of weeks before Halloween, because that's when the Halloween event always starts. Like I said, it's probably going to start on either the 16th or the 23rd. And then go until, like, November 6th-ish. I love Halloween. It's so good. So we will absolutely be taking a break to go run and do all the Halloween things ever that have ever been. Hey, it's the Mouth of Zaitan! Remember this guy? Rude, sir. You fight him just like you fight the Dodongo. And then we wail on him. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, fella. Come on, will ya? I got an orb of flame. Come on. Come on, big guy. Bang. Suffer. That got him. He was a significantly more difficult fight back in the day. That's why he's still saying things. Oh, so it is. Yeah. Gotta check something real quick. I did not see how that poll ended. Oh, okay, we're playing human next. Wait, where are they? Ah, it doesn't matter. Alright, we're playing human next. It's gonna be great. I've been gushing about Lord Farron for a while now. Y'all are gonna get to see him. Where is this coming at me from? Ah! Y'all are gonna have a great time. Oh, Farron's so good. Farron ended up a fan favorite somehow, and I think you'll all see how when we play through. He's very silly. He's very silly indeed. Alright. We gotta do a bunch of murder. We're gonna kill Zaitan. We're gonna do it! And then next stream, we're gonna start our human playthrough. We will not start tonight, because Fashion Wars, is great and all, but it'll also take me, like, straight up until 11:30. Goodness gracious. It'll also take me straight up until, like, probably 2 in the morning, and I don't want to be up at 2 in the morning again. Not again! But I'll do it. No one can fight me. Yeah! Yeah. Accidentally giving times in Central. I'm not in the Central time zone. I don't know what Central time is. We share a time zone with, like, Brazil. Fleshy, get up, buddy. Yeah, good job, Fleshy. You're alive. Alive! Oh yeah, we're almost done here. We gotta fight these dragons. There's a lot of dragons that we have to deal with. Wow, they really shortened off that giant section. I thought we had to do, like, 2 different giants. Oh well. Time to defeat Moon Death. What a name for a dragon, but BT dubs. Alright, which way are you coming up? Okay, where are we going? What is hitting me? Risen Quag and go home. I have a dragon to keep an eye on. Where are we dropping, buddy? Gonna dip under here, or are you just gonna hang out? There you go. Time to fire on the bad news. Become targetable! Now we fire as fast as we can. Come on, buttons. Go quick. I believe in myself. Alright. I will see you for Cult of the Lamb tomorrow. We're almost done here. You've seen me kill Zaitan before. It's exactly the same. It does not matter what you are. Don't worry. We're only doing this as a formality. Where did the dragon go? I missed it. There it is. Dragon. Dragon. Bad news, dragon. Where would you like to be? Where you going? Dragon. Dragon, could you do something? Thank you, dragon. Become targetable. Yes. That's what we like to see. A targetable dragon that we can kill. Come on, we can do this. Get it. Get it. Let's go. Alright, that is one targetable dragon down. 2 more targetable dragons to go, and then Zaitan. Look at all those things. They're all up in the sky being obnoxious. Look at them. There's so many. So many. Such big dragons. Ooh, spooky dragons. They're spookums. Alright. Yes! Cult of Valam is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to be there for it. Because I'm the streamer. It's a ton of fun. And I've gotten past Kalimar now, so it's more or less smooth sailing. Silk Cradle is different. I'm getting the hang of it, though. A lot of things with, lot of things with, sort of problematic, invulnerability, which I don't care for, but we'll manage. We'll manage through Silk Cradle. We'll get some good stuff. For now, we're effectively just doing a formality. This is the final chapter of the personal story. It used to be a lot longer. There used to be a lot longer waiting periods where you were just sort of killing random things. That giant section used to be like 3 or 4 minutes long. It was real rough. Oh no! Rawr! It's a bad news dragon! Lol, we're not even on the other ship, I've just realized. There's a second airship that we're going up to. I forgot we had to do that part. Alright, so we're partway through this. We'll know that we're halfway because we'll have sorted out 2 more of these guys. Yes, yes, like you. Become targetable. Become targetable! Eh. Eh! I am mashing my buttons as fast as they mash. Oh, boo earns! There's a second dragon coming in. To cause me, personally, harm and suffering. Let's get these risen. Sort them out, minions! Blinky, give them the blinks! Good work, Blinky! Hey, Keith! Did you finally decide to come out here and assist? So back in the day, NPCs had a hard time knowing where you were and if you were in a fight and if they should get into a fight. Are you coming in underneath? Nope, you're coming in right there. Let's go! Horogos the Soulbreaker. That's not Horoboros, but it's a close sounding name. That's like Horoboros. Let's go! Get him! Get him! Must have a target. Enemy targeted. Alright, let's go. We're not having this. Okay, so one time I was playing on an Elementalist. And, Elementalist has a couple of skills that can be a little frustrating for this fight. Some of them throw you off the ship, which booted me from the instance. This instance does not have checkpoints. It's old enough that it didn't have checkpoints at the time. So you just have to live with that. Yeah, he's coming in hot. Let's go. Get him. Get him. Tap your buttons. Press your button as fast as you can. Button, button, button. Shoot him. Shoot him. Kill him. One more. Nice. We don't have an enemy to target because he's dead. That's what he gets. Bop. Rise. Etc. Oh dear. This is a much more annoying fight. Ah! Keith. Trying to target the bad newsman. Oh. Let me target the bad newsman. Why? Why must you keep me from hitting the bad news? Okay. Suffer. That's what they get. Suffering. Alright, where are you off to? You bad dragon? Fafnaren? Fafnaren, could your AI kindly... Would your AI kindly put you in a position where I can hurt you? Like, it's cool that you're flying around, but I would like to kill you. Come on now, buddy. I've killed 2 of these already. Let me kill a 3rd. You're just not having it. Okay, little buddy, let's go. Here, dragon. And then we're just just firing away. Let's go. Here, dragon. Here we go. Why am I chilled? I hate that. I hate that for me. It means I can't fire on the dragon as much. I should like to fire on this angry dragon boy. He needs to die. Potentially in a fire. I hope you die in a fire. Okay. I've learned how to forgive. Da 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 da. We wait patiently for this thing. This dragon's gonna be a hot minute. Give him a second. And you coming up the other side? Yep, okie dokie. Gotta do your little roar, just so I know you're big and scary. That's right, you're big and scary. Spooky dragon. One more. There we go. That's 3. Alright. There's some spooky things sorted out. Oh no, our cannons have somehow exploded. Like, how do you abandon an airship, guys? I have serious questions about what the lifeboats look like in this situation. Like... Yeah! The pride of Tyria. Let's go! Alright, we are halfway through. I know what you're thinking. We are halfway through the airship section. This section is long. This whole thing is really long. It did not have to be this long. Hey, there's Logan. We thought he died. He's fine. Logan's fine. Let's go. Yay! Logan Ritlock is a very popular ship in this particular fandom. I see the appeal. I appreciate it. I appreciate... Okay, so this game has a character called Snargle Goldclaw in it, and Snargle writes romance novels. Snargle writes romance novels. And you can read excerpts from these romance novels, and they are 10 out of 10 perfect. Like, just perfect. It's great. I'm impatiently waiting for actual enemies to fight. Hello? I'm here. I'm standing on my mark. When you target things as a Sylvari, female Sylvari will yell, "On my mark! Attack!" And that's all I hear anytime I say the words "on my mark." We impatiently wait. Look at me shaking around like that. I've got places to be, and I don't know where they are, but they're probably outside of reality. They are a better love story than Twilight. Though Logan's in love with the queen of humanity. Her name is Queen Jenna. She is an extremely powerful mesmer. Like, powerful enough that the fandom thinks she might be one half of Lissa, the literal god of illusion. So... But yeah, still a better love story than Twilight. They start out as, like, basically best friends. Logan is the grandson of a character from Guild Wars 1. Gwen is great. I love her a lot. 10 out of 10. But she also really hates the Char. So it's one of those things where, you're supposed to get to see, oh, her grandson getting along with a Char? And that Char is really interested in human history? Ooh, fun! It's that kind of thing. Yeah, still a better love story than Twilight. Hi, Red! Welcome in! We're doing the last story instance on an Asura. Or rather, the last of the personal story on the Asura playthrough. Chad has voted. I'm playing a human next time. So next time I play Guild Wars 2 on Thursday, it'll be humans. Humans! It's gonna be wild. I'm gonna need a makeover kit for her, though, because I want to make sure that she's very brightly colored. Yeah! Anglerfish gets better love story than Twilight from me. Like, come on now. I will say, finding out that Stephanie Meyer is a Mormon immediately made Twilight make 100% sense. Like, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it makes sense. The way that she described... She tacked the word vampire on where what she meant to put was, what she meant to put was Mormon angel. They're not blood drinkers, but, like, everything else is completely accurate. She just tacked vampire on and made them be blood drinkers. That's it. That's the difference. It's Mormon... Do I say mythology or philosophy or what here? Whatever. It's one of the ideas they have that there is, there are certain people destined for each other, but not in the way that you'd think of it necessarily. Anyway, that's why Jacob's in love with the baby at the very end. Yeah, I know, right? And yeah! Yes, theology's the word I was looking for. I couldn't find it because I was like, I don't know. Does Mormon count as having a theology? But yeah, they count as having a theology. Arguably. But yes. Yes, it explained, like, so much when I found out. I was just like, obviously this is why. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm glad that it got her the money she apparently needed, but, and I'm also glad that it let teen girls sort of explore that side of themselves. The side that's interested in romantic relationships. At the same time, I have questions. I have serious questions. But yeah, no, Mormonism. That's what we got going on there. Whoopsie doodle. Alright, we got dudes. Dudes to beat up. But yeah, surprise! I will say, that's one of the many theologies that I don't know a super huge ton about. I know enough to be annoyed. And that's kinda it. I know enough that when people are like, this is a thing, I look at them and go, but is it? And then think about it for a second and go, yeah, that probably is. There's a few groups like that where I'm just like, yeah, that probably sounds right. I have Zaitan! Let's get him! That's what he gets! Yes! Remember when Eye of Zaitan was like a boss in and of itself? Not more than a few minutes ago? Alright, probably closer to like half an hour ago. So anyway, we started this at something like... I think 20 to 12? It's 12:20 right now. We've been here like 30 or 40 minutes. And we're still not done. This instance is long. And has no checkpoints. Yeah! Head first for Halos. No, you don't. You need to get... Whoa, maybe you do. Jadebot, get me up. There we go. Come on, y'all. I am trying to fire on the bad newsman. Let me fire on Zaitan. Come on. Am I actually hitting him? Looks like I'm actually hitting him. It was either Head First for Halos or The Jet Set Life's Gonna Kill Ya, but I think it was Head First for Halos was the first of the songs they did. Because of 9/11 specifically. Anyway, we're just gonna fire on the Dragon of Death for a while. He's got such a fun design. Like, I love his little Zaitan mouths. Love his little tongues. Uh-oh. Oh, we'll just step to the left. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't know the story on 50 Shades, though. Oh, wait, no. 50 Shades would kind of have to be because it was a Twilight fanfiction. Christian Grey being Edward Cullen, but his power isn't vampirism, it's money. Yeah, there we go. That's Zaitan. Wait, wait. Oh, oh. Yep. It was definitely a fanfiction. 100%. There we go. That's a dead Zaitan. Zaitan is such a cool design, and I'm really sad that we didn't get to see more of it.
Elder Dragon,
We killed it.
we have succeeded.
We're still here somehow.
To find a greater foe. Shown the way.
This is gonna be a little while.
All of you.
They gotta do some talking, and then there's an end sequence. I'm not gonna let the end sequence play out completely. Oh, whoops, I can leave. I'm not gonna let the end sequence play out completely on this playthrough. I will let it play out completely on the human playthrough. You'll get to see the credits, and you'll get to see a very funny brick joke. Which I love dearly, and I need you all to see. I need you all to see. And now we wait, patiently. Oh, wait. Never mind, we can leave. Goodbye. Do, 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 do. And now we're going back to Fort Trinity for the umpteenth time. We've been here a lot. And we're doing the victory lap. Which I'm going to do now so that we can start a fresh playthrough on a human. A human! I'm giggling about that because I'm giggling about Ferngully. Yes, we did a good job. Good work. Thanks, Mr. Sparkles and Zoja, my mentor for this game. Moving on. Yes, yes, very nice. Thank you all. Zooming. Do 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 do. Anyway. Yeah. We'll see more of Cottony. We'll see more of Cottony later, because I am playing through all of the story. I just want to get through the personal story for everybody, because it introduces all the characters. Including some background characters that I'm really interested to point out and be like, look, that's the guy! About. I'm also really excited to point out and go, look, that's Codicus. I hate him, and you should hate him too. Everyone should hate Codicus. Minister Codicus is a bad man. Nobody likes him. I don't like him, and no one should. It's okay. He gets what he deserves. He gets exactly what he deserves. We'll play Char someday. It's me! I did this! So, if you use a transformation tonic before going into that sequence, you come in still in your transformation tonic form. So one time I used a baby Karka transformation tonic and came in a four-legged crab monster. Just rolled up like, yeah! Yeah. You are the head of the Seraph, my man. What are you doing? Oh. The books go into more detail. There are books for this game, prequel books. The books go into a little bit more detail on it. But Logan used to be, he used to be quite the little firecracker once upon a time. He was a mercenary. He was up to no good. His older brother was like a stand-up guy. Logan was just out there in the pits, just fighting and drinking and having a good time. And now he's a cop. And in fact, the chief of police. For humans. It's not the only job, like, it's not the only sort of, like, law enforcement type agency that the humans have, but the Seraph does primarily handle that. Then there's the Shining Blade and the, Ministry Guard. The Shining Blade guard the Queen specifically, and Kryda as well. And the Ministry Guard, as it sounds like, guard the Ministry members. Because Kryda is a constitutional monarchy. Hey, it's Hot Fish Summer. Saya El Rahid is great. I love her. She's 10 out of 10. I love the Largos a lot. I wish we saw more of them. Oh, yes. He was a very bad boy. And then his brother died in defense of the Queen. And he was like, oh, no. And then he ran away from a fight with Kralkatorrik, which is another Elder Dragon, to go back home and defend the Queen. Elder Dragons are world-ending threats. And that's what broke up Destiny's Edge. Because people died about it. Oh yes, for those of you that don't know, wild hunts are things that some Sylvari are born with. It is a purpose in life that they have to complete. When they no longer... Traherne was one of the first people to complete his wild hunt. And what happens to a Sylvari after that was questionable. We didn't know. Yeah, this game has solid storytelling. The pacing is questionable in the personal story, but they get better. This game will also let you side with the villains sometimes. It still comes around to the same beats at the end, of course, because of course it does. But this game will let you choose to side with the villains. There is a Living Season 4 brings back an old villain from Guild Wars 1. And you are under threat from something worse than him. You have 3 options. two of which are sort of the hero factions, to defend a particular city, or you could just ask the villain for help. You could be like, hey bud, you want to help us out? And it changes certain things about the city once you've made that decision. And like NPCs will say different things and stuff like that. And yes, it will still come around to the same story beats, but you'll get different dialogue and stuff like that. And there will come a point where the villain will be like, does villain things and is like, blah ha ha, here's my evil plan. And if you chose to side with the villain in the first place, he's like, did you really think, like, come on now, did you think I wouldn't just, like, betray you when it was no longer convenient? And it's great. You cannot destroy the world, but you can hurt people real bad. The game also lets you make some questionable choices, some really questionable moral choices. They're not necessarily the most questionable things because the consequences don't necessarily back that up exactly. It's a little complicated. But, like I said, this game does not do a lot of but thou must. Which I like for it. You can see, too, in the choices that you get to make for ferocity, dignity, and charm, which is a mechanic they abandoned but still kept the spirit of. You can see for those choices that ferocity is certainly just, I'll punch you in the face if you don't do this. Which I did like. Ah, sweet. Loot! Letters proof of my victory, thank you. Oh yeah, that's season 1. We're gonna go do that. But not yet. Not tonight. We're gonna leave this instance. Because we don't need to still be here. Well, yeah. I don't use the one that goes directly to violence very often. Surprisingly, I often end up using dignity options instead. Because usually the violence one is, like, real violent. Like, I don't want to be mean to these collections of pixels. They're good people. They don't deserve, like, answers like, you'd better knock it off or I'll knock some sense into you, etc. The only time I've ever used the ferocity option was when I was interrogating an Aetherblade. They're steampunk pirates. I was interrogating an Aetherblade who had caused me serious trouble. And by then my reputation as the commander preceded me. So the dignity option was, look, you know who I am, I know who you are. Let's just talk this out. And the ferocity option was, you know who I am, I know who you are. We're gonna talk this out or I break your kneecaps. And it's so good. Alright. Good night, Miss Char. Actually, that's the end of stream anyways. So we are gonna end off there for the night. And when we get back, we're gonna get to make a human. Humans! It's gonna be great! Alright, I will see you all. I will see you all tomorrow for Cult of the Lamb. Same... same octopus time, same octopus channel. Thanks for coming along, everybody!